Loud in public.
Yo, my fault.
Okay.
This train is
If not, John, I'm leaving on Monday. So if not, then I'll meet you for dinner on Sunday. We'll meet you for dinner on Sunday.
290. You guys want a rifle? Train. Disrupt the entire service. No service on this line in both directions. Cause some dickhead gotta be on the damn railway. Let's open the damn door and let's get the god off this train. Been here for 30 goddamn minutes. Open it up, conductor! We ain't got the whole goddamn evening!
Night, actually.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. You can support uncensored conversations via Cashapp or buying your girl a coffee. I know I'm not the only one who's experienced this. You go out in public, you're trying to run a quick errand, maybe you're going out to eat with your family, or maybe you're even just riding the train to wherever the hell. And there's always that one person, or maybe it's even a group, and they are loud, just so loud, so obnoxious, acting as though public spaces are their own personal home. No regard for anyone around them, just being complete public nuisances. I know I'm not the only one who's experienced this. Public spaces are shared. They are not personal. And it doesn't cost anything to be respectful to the other people around you when you are in public. Quite frankly, I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. And when you call it out, especially if it's a specific race, and you're calling it out, then everyone wants to deflect and say, oh my God, you're just being racist. You're just being a Karen. You're no fun. When really, no, you're just obnoxious and lacking self-awareness.
You know how Black people are really loud in public, especially when they're in groups? I have an explanation. I actually do, because I've had Black friends and white friends. And truth be told, when I'm seated with my white friends, I'm laughing calmly. I'm like, but then when I sit with my Black friends, I'm like, I'm hooting, hollering, I'm screaming, I'm doing laps, I'm throwing things, I'm pushing people. You know why though? Because the jokes are genuinely funnier. Like, that's why we're laughing so loud, because the jokes are funnier. Like, the jokes are just that funny that is the only reasonable response to them. A hoot and a holler, because it's so funny. And the thing about Black people, specifically like Africans, but honestly all Black people I've come to find, we are so funny. Like, the average Black man, like, pick an average Black guy just off the streets, he's comparable to like a top grade like comedian in America. But like, we are just funny. So like, don't be mad that we're loud. How about you come pull a seat and join in the enjoyment? You know what I mean? And that's the crazy thing about racism. It's like, racism rather be mad looking at other people be happy than just pull up a seat and join the happiness.
Restaurants, stores, waiting rooms, public transport, these are all collective environments. That means no one, at least not general population, owns that space. So we have to navigate it among other people. Being respectful means you're not imposing yourself upon other people more than necessary. So obviously, standing in a line, you're imposing that line upon other people because they have to wait for you to move. That's fine. That's normal. You're taking your cart down the aisle at the store. Yes, people are going to have to wait for you to grab your items and then subsequently move out of the way. Perfectly fine. There is a huge difference between that and creating public nuisances, just being completely obnoxious in that shared collective space. No one signed up to be part of your FaceTime call. No one signed up to be part of your argument. No one signed up to babysit your children while they're playing in the aisle. And also, nobody signed up to listen to your trash rap song or trash country song or trash whatever song in any space. It's so annoying that when you're out and about and you're just trying to mind your business, but then everybody else wants to insert you in their business by being loud. And then they'll get mad at you when you give them a funny look. And then they'll tell you to mind your business, even though they've made it everybody's business by being loud in public.
You know what really gets on my nerves, y'all? When people talk on speakerphone or FaceTime in front of everybody and y'all not using y'all headphones. Man, don't nobody want to hear y'all dry ass conversation, man. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Fellas, y'all worse. Especially when fine women come around. All y'all do is cap on the phone. Yo, bro, you know I left $2 million under the dresser. I'm tripping. Oh, man, you remember when I unalived them 13 dudes last week for playing with me, bro? You know I don't play them games. Y'all be capping. Y'all are corny. Don't nobody want to hear y'all dry-ass conversation, man. Then you look at people crazy because they looking at you crazy. Listen, I'm trying to enjoy my breakfast. I'm trying to eat my oatmeal. I'm trying to eat my eggs. I'm not trying to hear about your digestive issues. Y'all do anything for some attention. Is it just me? We have earbuds, all these different headphones, and y'all gotta let the whole world know what you got going on. Now, when somebody call the feds on you, then you're gonna be calling people snitches.
People feel as though they are entitled to make everybody else uncomfortable. It's like their comfort matters, but everybody else's does not. This is a symptom of that main character syndrome that we've talked about on this channel. People thinking that they are the only person that matters, that the sun revolves around them, and that the rest of us are just NPCs for them to bother and mess with, just like in a video game. Honey, that's not the case. Okay, we all have our own things. We all have our own things we're going through. And at the very least, when we are in those shared spaces, we can mind ourselves and not create public distractions, public nuisances for those around us. The thing about being loud in public is that it really signals a lack of self-awareness. You are not self-aware at all. Being loud is not about being confident or having your personality. No. It's all about not having good social skills or good social etiquette. It's very attention seeking. Because why else would you be out in a public space as loud as physically possible? You know, and I'm not saying that answering a phone call in public is just a no. You should never answer your phone in public. No, there are situations where you answer your phone and you're on the phone, but that doesn't mean you use an outside voice. When I'm out in public and I have to be on the phone, I try to keep it to a low enough volume where the person that's on the phone with me can hear me, but I'm not causing a distraction. I'm not causing a scene amongst everybody around me. And not only that, I don't want people to hear what I have to say on the phone, okay? I'm not trying to have everybody in on the group chat. Let's be so for real here. But for some reason, it seems like certain people out in public want everybody in on the group chat, but then they get mad at you when you stare at them like they're crazy. They tell you to mind your business. Why are you looking at me? I'm sorry. You're yelling. You're throwing a tantrum in the middle of the store. What, you expect me not to look? Of course I'm gonna look. It's a freak show.
The two-piece, that food was cold. I sent it back to you, and it was cold. Okay? That's what happens when you go to a restaurant and you don't like it, and the food wasn't right. It was cold. When I walked outside to get my drink from McDonald's, that food was cold. I brought it back. You didn't give me a receipt or nothing. I need my food and my receipt. I paid $6.50 for it. Give me my receipt, man. Give me where's my receipt? Where is my receipt? Where is my receipt? Where's this Army veteran's receipt in America? Where's my receipt?
Sir.
Where's my receipt? Where's my receipt at, ma'am?
I've been coming in this McDonald's for 10 years, and not a goddamn thing has ever went wrong until you idiots have arrived here. Now we've hired the DEI bullshit. I'm yelling like a child, madam! This is a racist company! Really? Yes, really! Sorry?
Crazy. Long time.
Follow me if you like. I'm heading over because I had this discussion yesterday.
Okay, man.
It's racist! It matters!
When things are out of the norm, when things are not the way they should be, they will grab your attention. And this one really drives me nuts. You have your speaker, like one of those portable speakers, and you're playing your music on the speaker in public spaces. That I cannot stand for the life of me. Like, why don't you have headphones? Like, they're so cheap at the gas station. There's no excuse. Why is it that you feel as though the rest of us want to hear your playlist? Your playlist is trash. We don't care. We don't care about your trash playlist. Honestly, I don't even know what they get out of that. What exactly do you get out of that, playing your music as loud as possible on a speaker in a public space where people are trying to just get to and fro or trying to get their little vegetables and their dry goods? Nobody cares about your trash playlist. It's like, what is going through these people's minds? Oh yeah, they gonna hear this playlist. They gonna know I'm that guy. They gonna know I'm that girl. They gonna know that I got the best music out here. And they gonna know that I listen to all the great music. They gonna hear my playlist. Like, no, we're gonna look at you like you're goofy because you are goofy. What exactly is the reason? And please, if you are one of those weirdos that does this in public, please, in the comments, let me know why you do it, because I am at a loss. I have no idea. Like, what exactly do you gain from that? Get some headphones and then keep that music in your own ears. There's no reason to impose your trash playlist onto everybody in that shared space.
And to the people who be walking around in public spaces with a big ass Beats Pill speaker, playing trap music, volume on 10, rapping the lyrics on 10, maximum capacity, you need to be evaluated. Because why? You ain't got no headphones? We're in public. Do you need some money? Because I could get you some headphones. Don't nobody want to hear that. Cut it off. Cut it down. Something. Why are you walking around the mall, speaker blasting, full blast, rapping lyrics? Get it together, please. Please. Like, why are you walking around inside the mall with a speaker on 10? The mall already play music. If you don't want to hear the mall music, get some headphones. They do it on the bus. They do it in the mall. Honestly, I can't escape.
It's so irritating because when we're out in public, that is a shared experience. So for instance, if we're out to eat and you have a table that is across the room and they're so loud that you can hear clear as day what they're saying, that is so disrespectful. And look, I understand people tell jokes. Jokes are funny, but look, being an adult means being able to have restraint. I can still find a joke extremely funny and I don't have to laugh at the very top of my lungs. Yes, if I'm at home, if I'm at a party where it's already loud, that's completely different than we're at a nice sit-down restaurant or even a trash sit-down restaurant. Hell, I'm at the Chili's. I still don't want to hear, well, granted, I would never be at a Chili's, but if I were at a Chili's, I still wouldn't want to hear you from across the room. It's disrespectful. It's so weird. It shows lack of control, lack of self-awareness. I understand jokes can be funny, and especially around certain people, you know, it's a good time, it's a good vibe, but that doesn't mean you got to impose your good time, good vibe onto everybody else. If I'm out to eat and I'm trying to enjoy the ambiance of the restaurant, the ambiance is completely destroyed with off in the distance, or you talking loud and clapping your hands or whatever it is that you're doing that's super loud. It ruins the vibe for everybody else who's out there to have a good time, who's out there to enjoy their meal. How can I enjoy my meal when there's in the background? I can't because the whole time I'm sitting here thinking like, oh my God, will this person shut the hell up? It's so disrespectful and it's like you're ruining the experience for everybody else, all for the sake of it's just no etiquette, none whatsoever. People going out of their way to disrupt other people for their own personal enjoyment, I guess. And it's even worse with social media because you have people that are going out into these public spaces and they call it a prank, but it's not really a prank when you're disturbing people. They go out into these public spaces and they record themselves being nuisances, throwing things on the floor, yelling at people, playing their music super loud. And it's so uncouth. Like, it's disgusting. It's literally trash behavior. People do this for clicks and views. When people show respect towards shared spaces, that shows emotional regulation. That shows that you are a mature adult. If I have to get into a heated conversation, understand I'm going to walk out of that building and handle my business off to the side where I'm not impeding on somebody else. Better yet, I'll put a pin in it, wait till I get home, and then have that heated conversation. Or we can move this to a text message. I'm not going to be sitting over here yelling at the top of my lungs in a public space, disrespecting everybody else around me, because understand, I don't like when people do that to me. I don't like when I'm out and about and people are just loud and obnoxious and just doing the most.
The people who get out of their vehicle, go inside the grocery store and get on the phone and speak very loudly, what's the reason? This is for all ethnicities. I've heard everybody do it. I just want to know why. What's the reason behind this? It has to be one of three things. The first reason, you wanted people to hear you. You wanted the attention. You wanted all eyes on you when you walk down the aisle. The second reason, you don't know how to be in a grocery store alone. You don't know how to go to dinner by yourself. You've never been to an event, maybe the movies, anything by yourself. So you can't even grocery shop alone. You have to call somebody. Like, they have to be on the phone. You can't do it by yourself. And you're not even asking them, oh, what should I buy? It's just you need them to be on the phone. Or you just don't want nobody to approach you. Rather, they just want to say hello. They want to talk about random things, or they're trying to get at you. You just don't want nobody to approach you. Which one is it? Please tell me. I hate it. I forgot. Or you want people to ask you questions about whatever you're talking about. So which one is it? Because I want to understand why in your right mind do you want to talk so loudly about whatever the subject is in a public place?
That loud behavior, that obnoxious behavior, it forces other people to accommodate you and your foolishness. Whether it's people getting up, moving their seat because they want to be away from you, turning up their own volume on their headphones so that they can drown out the sound of your trash playlist, ending conversations, just leaving the establishment altogether. You really put other people out by forcing them to accommodate your foolishness, your trash behavior out in public. Your volume shouldn't displace others. Your behavior should not displace others. The people really act like they are the only ones that matter, that everyone else is background noise, and that whatever they got going on is more important than everybody else. And that's the part. And this reminds me of like people who yell at service workers because it's like you're causing a scene. And look, I understand sometimes things don't go your way, or sometimes the person working the counter is slow and it's frustrating. I get you. I've been there. I've been in that situation where the people behind the counter are frustrating. That does not mean you yell at the top of your lungs and cause a scene and disrupt everybody else because you're not having a good time, because you didn't get what you want, because your order is messed up. That type of behavior is so unhinged. Like, you can say everything you need to say in a calm, cool, collected voice. And if it's that bad, look, call the Better Business Bureau, call the customer support, call somebody. But don't sit over here in the public shared space yelling at the top of your lungs because they got your order wrong, because your fries were a little cold. Look, we don't need to be all interrupted because you had bad service. Because your order's messed up, the rest of us gotta suffer and listen to you yell and crash out. Basic etiquette is not oppression. Telling people to shut the hell up in public is not oppression. Telling you to take that phone off of speaker or to not play your music on a speaker is not oppression. All it is being respectful to others, which we should all strive for. Because guess what? You would want to be respected in public. I'm sick of this type of behavior. This type of behavior is part of the reason why society is on a downturn, because we don't have any respect for one another. And that comes from not even respecting ourselves. If you don't respect yourself enough to take care of yourself before you leave your house, to not leave your house in pajamas, if you don't respect yourself to do that, then of course you're not going to respect the people around you. Of course you're not going to respect those shared spaces. If we want society to get back to a place where people respect each other and treat each other with dignity, understand, these are the behaviors that need to change. How do you guys feel about this video? Have you guys seen this out in the wild? People just being loud and obnoxious in public? Are you one of those people that are loud and obnoxious in public? And then how do y'all respond when you see this type of foolishness out there in the wild? Do y'all sit and stare? Do you whip out your phone and record them and post it onto the social medias? Or do you just try to finish up your business as quick as possible so you can get away from that person? I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. If you like the video, like the video. The more you interact with it, the more it gets pushed out into the algorithm. Also, hype the video if that function is available. If you're feeling a little extra generous, the link is in the description to buy your girl a coffee. Thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all with the next one. Deuces.